Hey everybody, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com as well as brandrocket.com. That is R-O-C-K-T, in case you're wondering. Brand Rocket, E-T, was unfortunately taken, but hopefully one day I can grab that domain. Anyway, speaking of Brand Rocket, I recently composed an article over on that site, and I figured why not turn that article idea into a video idea. So here I am today. Let's talk about Fiverr and what's the deal with it. Now, first of all, for those not aware, what exactly is Fiverr? Well, it's basically a marketplace that allows you to buy and sell services for just $5. Yeah, $5. In other words, the price of a sandwich at Wawa, or the price of maybe a couple slices of pizza, or perhaps even the price of a very good cup of coffee. But that's just my point, $5. It's not really a lot of money, but you can actually get a lot for that kind of value. Alright, so with all that said, who exactly is Fiverr for? Well, just like buying and selling, it's broken down into two categories. Number one, in terms of buying, it's for creators like myself looking for cheap services. I have 4 examples down in my notes here just to give you an idea, and these are actual Fiverr gigs. They call them gigs on Fiverr.com. These are actual Fiverr gigs listed on the website itself. The first example is somebody will actually create an impressive video intro for your business for just $5. Somebody will actually proofread and edit your document for just $5. Somebody will create a custom theme for your WordPress website for just $5. And finally, and this is easily the most controversial one in my opinion, somebody will actually design a professional logo for your brand for just $5. Yes, an entire logo design. Something that normally costs at least a few $100s for just $5. And I'll talk about that more in a few moments, I promise, because that's exactly why I'm making this video. But before I get to that, let's talk about sellers. What if you're looking to sell on Fiverr? Well, I will say in that case, Fiverr is a very good resource to make some extra cash. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the past couple of years or so. Now, granted, nowadays I don't really use Fiverr because, not to sound egotistical, it's just not really worth my time. I mean, I'm not going to put all those hours into work for a gig that just pays $5. When actually, you're really only making $4 because Fiverr takes out $1, which is actually part of their fee, but I don't blame them. It's a genius way of making money. But keep that in mind. If you are selling gigs on Fiverr, you're not making $5. You're making $4. But I will say this, your money actually adds up quicker than you might expect. Now, since joining Fiverr, I've made easily a couple $100s. Now, while $200 is a good chunk of change, you have to ask yourself, is your time best spent doing that many gigs for just $200? When in reality, you can make so much more money doing just one project. A great example is this. Not too long ago, I did a complete website redesign. I'm not going to say the exact price, but I will say that I did it for far more than just $5. Obviously. Like I said before, my time is valuable nowadays, so I'm not going to waste it doing gigs for just $5 each, or rather, $4. But for someone who is just getting started in content creation, and you have basic, easy services to offer for $5, then yeah, sure, go for it. Why not? Make some extra cash. That's just what I did. But I could talk about that all day. Let's get to the real subject of this video, and that's what's wrong with Fiverr. And I know I'm not the only one to say this, so hear me out. You know me, I'm positive thinking, I'm optimistic, but for someone who does content creation for a living, Fiverr does bother me a little bit. First of all, their services are just too cheap, which usually ends up with the customers wanting more. A great example is this. I used to create video intros using Apple's Motion app and selling them for just $5 on Fiverr. Now, yes, the work only required like a minute to 3 minutes of my time because I worked with video templates, and there's nothing wrong with that because not everybody has access to Apple's Motion software like I do. So I figured, why not make a little bit of extra money selling these titles for just $5? Now, for the most part, I made off pretty well. I made my titles, people were happy, boom, $4 in my pocket. Again, because don't forget, Fiverr takes out $1 of that $5. But there were a few customers who wanted an extra bit of work. And well, to be honest, I sometimes had to politely respond saying, no, I'm only doing this per the original agreement. I'm not doing all this work for just $5. If you want a professional video intro, you have to look elsewhere. The second thing that I do not like about Fiverr is it promotes fake services in terms of boosting your social media presence. And actually, I posted an article about this not too long ago on brandrocket.com, of which I will also post right below in the video description. So basically, Fiverr has a large variety of these services that basically lets you buy 1,000 Facebook likes, 1,000 Facebook followers, 1,000 Instagram followers, likes on your posts for just $5. Not only is this ethically wrong, but it can also get you into a lot of trouble. Do not buy likes and followers. You're going down a very dark path, trust me. And finally, the third and easily the most important reason of why I don't like Fiverr, it basically devalues professional services that would normally cost significantly more. For instance, and you see this all over Fiverr, logo designs. You can actually get a complete professional logo design, as mentioned in the beginning of this video, for just $5. $5. Now, I really hope these graphic designers aren't putting too much time into these designs that only pay $4. Now, granted, you do have gig extras, which is actually a genius business model, where basically this means for an extra $5, you can get your logo design or your gig completed within just 24 hours or 48 hours or anything like that. And I really do support that model. I think Fiverr gig extras, they're just genius. But when it comes to something like logo design, I just don't really support that idea specifically. A typical logo design should cost at least a few $100s to complete. So yeah, when graphic designers like myself see logo designs selling for just $5 on Fiverr, it kind of hurts inside a little bit. Now, does this hurt the design industry? In my opinion, no. There will always be work out there to be completed. I mean, for example, I only work with people who are truly going to pay me for my time. And yes, this is the God honest truth. I have had a few people email me saying, David, can you design my logo for free? Or perhaps even a complete YouTube channel layout for free? And I had to politely say, no. I'm sorry, I love you as a supporter, but I cannot do design work for free. I mean, I'm 28 years old nowadays. I'm paying rent, I'm paying car insurance, health insurance, I'm paying a crap load of bills. I'm here to make a living. I am a content creator. That's my job title. Not really. I'm my own boss. There is no real job title. But you get what I'm saying. My time is valuable, and as is yours. So again, let me reiterate this. If you're just getting started in content creation and you want to get your word out and you want to make some quick cash, then yes, Fiverr is a great service. Or perhaps you're looking to buy some services on Fiverr that aren't shady. There is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. A great example, and yes, I'm saying that a lot in this video, a great example is a while ago I bought a radio ad on a local radio station. Not local to me, but I think it was like a local college station, local to them as students, where basically I talked about my website for like 20 seconds or so. Not me personally, but I sent in a script to the host of that radio station, and he read my ad on air. Now, granted, I didn't hear it myself because I didn't really know how to get access to that radio station, but still, that's a great example of buying a valuable service for just $5. Now, did it convert people to my website? I don't know. But for just $5, why not give it a shot? So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Fiverr. Like it or hate it, I gotta say Fiverr is a genius business model, and it's gonna be around for quite some time. But what do you think? Do you like Fiverr? Do you like the idea of people selling services for just $5 when normally such services would cost at least a few hundred? I really do want to hear what you guys think, especially from my fellow entrepreneurs, my fellow content creators, my fellow creatives, all of you guys. So please comment right below with your thoughts. I'm really interested in getting a discussion going. Thank you guys so much for watching. Your support means a lot to me, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.